will be France to receive first as Japan have the ball. Taishi Onodera will serve first. First point, first set, final game of the week on Sunday night in Nagoya. The game is underway. Tilly off the hands, and they've gone to the experience to start with. And that's a good side out to open.
Not only that, they've also made use of the fact that it's Tilly against Sekita. It's 2 meters against 1.75 m. That's a simple mismatch that they need to exploit as much as possible.
Quentin Dufoy. Little blocker. Picks out Yamamoto. The chance for France to take an early 2-point lead. Off the hands goes Theo Four, and that's the confidence start that France would have wanted.
That's a great swing from Four for 2 reasons. One, he's now up 9 with 2. He's had to think about what he's doing with that, and he has done. It shows that he's ready to play some smart volleyball.
Dufoy goes again. A couple of aces in the second game. Good response though from Japan, going to the middle. Kentaro Takahashi.
Kentaro Takahashi just showing why he's kept his place on court. He came in, did the business in the last match, and he's doing it straight from the get-go here. Both the setters will look to run their middles as much as they can off a good ball in.
Float service into Tilly. It's the first time we've seen Carl, but doesn't get it right that time.
It was a good play because the middle had drawn the middle, and so then to run on the pipe was where you wanted to go. There wasn't a block, but he's just shaded it. Got his thumb down, didn't get through the ball sufficiently.
Japan go again. A lovely pass into Core, and this time Carl does respond well.
Clever play from the captain because he's now re-established his pipe attack after making an error previously. France will feel really good about that.
3-2. Speaking of pipe attacks, Ran Takahashi.
I'm shaking my head here. It's just incredible. And we've only played 6 points, and that's a taster of what we're going to get for the rest of the match.
Here's the captain, spurred on by 6,500 supporters. Drops that on Diaz, who does well. And then Tilly, 2 points for him already.
France have got a height advantage all the way across the net in all of the positions, and this kind of hitting is what's going to be really effective for them. Nice and high, hit the fringes, and they'll have success.
Tilly floats the serve. Oh, what a dig. Sensational. It's back with France, but Japan again, never giving up on the points. You don't have much choice in giving up on it when Baltor comes in.
Where did Yamamoto come from? That's such a cool dig, but well played, France. And then Baltor, he's got a free swing in the middle. He's not going to miss that.
Tilly, that one short. See what he was trying to do. There was a big gap in front of Ran.
Last rotation for Japan before Sekita gets back into the front row.
Tilly receives. Oh, that is sensational defense. Nishida. Oh, but then a 2-touch called. Ishikawa, the guilty man.
When you make a dig like that, the next play should just be, no, carry on, because that dig is the dig of the week, without question. But it is, those are the rules, and Stefano Cesare has to, he set a standard now, and that's great. It's the same now for both teams.
Baltor. Ran receives.
Oh.
Superb from Nishida. But what about the set? Sekita's so hard to read.
This is on a plate. It's on a silver salver here for Nishida. A little bit of parsley. Go on, have a feast on that.
She does, and it was delicious. Here is Nishida. Not served an ace since the win over Serbia.
That's close. One of the things that we've got here, the VNL this year, is automatic ball-in, ball-out recognition if it's within 20 centimetres, and there's no ball-in, ball-out challenge anymore as a result.
4. By contrast, 6 aces for him over the 3 games, but was well received by Ishikawa. Then ran. It's smart, he's gone down the line. It's just missed. How close? Not too far. Tiny margins, but a good start for Les Bleus. 4. Heavy hands, and again Ishikawa deals with it so well. And ran through the block. Geoffroy can't get there.
He opens up a cross-court, an extreme 4-to-4 cross-court here, does Ran. And for Geoffroy, he's just kind of got a place, and then he stopped looking. He's not really pressed across with his left arm to take the angle away.
Ran on the service line. Tilly's there. Roy thinks there's a touch on this, and I think Andrea Gianni is going to go to the big screen. Well, in fact, no, there's going to be an admission of guilt from Japan.
That seems to be creeping in from the Italian league as well. That's in the Italian league, if it's not been spotted and then the other team challenge it, if you admit to it, then you get a green card. If you don't, you actually get a yellow card.
Last game's a good game. Let's get on with it. The cameras don't lie.
That's good work from Tilly, because he didn't touch the ball on Sekita, which means then that he didn't infringe anything. He puts his hands up, but he doesn't touch the ball, and then unfortunately Onodera just stops.
Timeout called here. France off to a flyer. They lead 10-6.
Guys, that will be a very difficult match, huh? For block, middle, you know, take strong decisions. If you just react on quick, it will not work. Or you go, or you forget. But we don't try. You have to be efficient with this. Huh? And remember, if 5 don't receive, it's possible that there is a little bit more. Okay? The first our side out, guys. Huh? Allez, go!
Blaine wants commitment in the block. He wants them to be aggressive and get across the net and not just be reaching up, not just putting a block there for the sake of it.
But it always starts with a side out.
Yeah, that's standard coaching talk. Side out. Come on, boys.
Good ball in. Good touch from Geoffroy. Tilly to try and play an attacking shot, which he does. A little bit of art there from Kevin Tilly.
He's realised as well that Sekita's stepped out of the block, so he's got that space on that side. Sekita probably thinking he was going to come over the block, and he'd play in behind it.
It's a great start from France. Even with that service error, they've still got a 4-point lead. Taishi Onodera will be moving to Centauri Sunbirds next season. Koch. Big swing from Theo Four.
He hasn't made it. So now they're going to see if there's a touch.
Does it sound like...
I don't know, it might have clipped Ishikawa.
Little pinky of Ishikawa maybe on the left hand.
It did, and he's admitted to it. Brilliant.
Well, that's twice we've not had to go to the eye in the sky. Very honest. So that scoreboard will now read 12-8 when it pops back up on your screen, and France maintaining that 4-point lead that they took into the timeout. Masahiro Sekita back playing in Japan after a season in Poland. And that would have been an education. Another great dig, but it's back on the first ball, so Koch can reload. Four, and he finds the floor this time.
This is really nice hitting from France. They're being smart. Lovely pickup from Yamamoto, as you expect, but look at that. It's really good into the last third, so it's clipping fingers. It's really stretching Japan's defense behind the block.
3 points before early on. Him and Tilly tied at the top of the tree. Another good block. Good patience at the net. Now using the hands to give it another go. Yuji Nishida. More of that, please.
Clever hit from Ishikawa, recycling the ball to give Japan another chance. And then Nishida, who wasn't involved in that, was able to get out, come in. A little bit low, but still made something of it. Ishikawa. 3 aces against Bulgaria. When he gets going, he is a menace on the service line, but that's nice from Carl.
Or on the other side, when he revs up Nishida, he really can make it work. But Japan's defense always on the money. Oh, what a block, what a pickup. Here we go. Third time for Nishida. Another great dig. What a rally. Can Tilly finish it? No, he cannot. Shut down. Kentaro and Ran swallow it up, and Japan take a great point. It's a great big X at the end from the Japanese block to say, no, it's closed. You're not coming through. What a fabulous rally. You don't see many of them at this level. They're so good to watch. Edge your seat stuff, and Japan chip away in the lead. Oh, Diaz! Ace! Huge!
That is what Ishikawa can do. It's not just coming at you with pace, it's coming at you with some swerve and a bit of verve. Look at it, it's gone right across from one shoulder to the other. He's got no time to react.
Japan building some momentum. Diaz does much better this time. Oh, that's one way to end the service run.
He has swatted that one away down the line against Nishida, who's left enough for him to go over the shoulder. Such a good hit, technically excellent, over his shoulder and still generate the power.
Japan have taken a step up because they've seen that Tilly's going to float one. And Ran is going to spank one.
And Tilly just got his floater back with interest. It's a free swing. Ball's been suckered in, thinking this ball's going middle. And now that's a warm-up hit for Ran.
That's good work from Kentaro, wasn't it? He really did sell that. And here he is serving. 2-point ball game. Tilly receives. And then pipes one.
The speed of this pipe now at this level of volleyball, it's a fraction behind the middle. He's trying to get in, it's 1-2, bang. And it's not over the middle, it's to the side. So you're freezing the middle blocker with where you want to go, and you create those spaces to go into.
Here's Daryl Bultor. Just that one early point for him. Heavy swing. Picks out Yamamoto. 4 recycles. Carl. Another great dig. This time it's Sekita. Off the net and through Nishida.
There are players in world volleyball who couldn't hit the ball that hard with that accuracy if they were on the net. And he's done that from 2 meters off it.
It's 1.87 m.
Yes. How? Because he has springs.
Yes, he does.
He just gets up there and he flies. But he's... Watch as this game goes on what Nishida does and how he does it, and I'll explain it.
Left-handed serve! Left-handed ace! Nishida!
He jumps. He doesn't jump and wait. He's so quick to where he wants to be. It's all one action, and he really fires everything through the ball. The base, his hip is the base of the whip. By the time his hands come through, it's lightning fast with a bit of weight behind it. No wonder he's celebrating.
La parare da soprattutto ci sei tu. È lì dal beat. Ok. Poi transition. Con the ball, little bit here. Stop, La battuta che fai cambia ritmo, perché sennò non ci sorprende. Andiamo, good job,
Worth mentioning that at 15-14, that is France timeouts done and dusted before the set now. They have taken their post 11-point timeout, still in the lead. Japan chipping away, 4 points cut to 1. And here's Nishida. Oh, takes a big deep breath. Takes it all in and goes heavy again. Oh, it needed to be done though. And here he is. Nishida gets blocked. The chicken wing by Ishikawa, then ran off the hands, and Diaz can try and restore some advantage for France. Oh, we're going again. Here's the jump step. There's the swing. Oh, and it's long. Oh my God. Oh, it's long.
Oh, goodness me. What a rally. Oh, and it's only just out as well. Classic Ishikawa with the fake spike. That's amazing. And then we're thinking, here we go, and he wasn't far away.
If that drops in,
Player of the year.
We're painting it in the history books. That's such a good point. Oh. One thing that I love about this Japan team is it's so much fun. And France deserve a huge amount of credit for that fun in this first set too. Ran Takahashi. Carl makes that look pretty easy. And off the hands he goes. 2-point lead, and France can just breathe a little sigh.
Play right out of the training gym. You get the setter, send them running out wide, stable ball high, work 3 blockers, and come up with the point.
Timothy Carl. Just a little bit of net on the way through. Oh, Carl does brilliantly. Four does well too, but Four can't quite direct it. But that's a good hustle from this French team.
Well, they're playing, taking a leaf out of Japan's book, making the touches, keeping the ball in play. Just the angle ran away from court to send it back over.
Taishi Onodera, one of the taller members of the team, just a shade over 2 meters. Oh, an overpass from Tilly. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, Nishida. Great composure all round.
He did well to not go under the net, and he did well not to touch the bottom of the net with his head. Because he's travelling so far, and it's all of the foot over all of the line to be a fault.
But the temptation with that overpass is to swipe at it straight away. 17-17. Comeback not complete yet. Oh, double touch, no, says the referee.
Is that a pokey?
It looked it, didn't it? And a blocky. Oh, Four down the line! You just can't find a clean floor, even with great swings like that from Teo Four.
He must think to himself, yeah, I've got this. No, he hasn't. Onodera's onto it, and if Kentaro's just had slightly longer legs or bigger feet, he might have got onto the ball.
We have had some excellent foot saves across the tournament this week. Must be something about this great gym. France back into the lead. It doesn't last long. 18 each.
Sekita now into the back row, so Japan are in a good series of rotations here with 3 attackers and 3 relatively tall blockers.
Received by Carl. Four. Big net touch.
All the way up that one from Kentaro as he tried to get it out and get across. He's so desperate to get close to the ball, he's pressed before he's got his hand over the net.
Cool. Heavy service. There's the captain looking for hands. Don't think there were any there.
It's a tough one to deal with. It's coming over his shoulder, right to the net, and Sekita's put it so close to the net, he doesn't have much room. He's got to try and get it off the hands, and that was too tough.
Timeout. France lead by 2.
Guys, the difference will be on the details, huh? We are losing 2 or 3 possibilities to score. You have to be aggressive. The guy push, they're aggressive. Touch the net. This situation, you have to be aggressive. Come on.
Capacity crowd here, 6,500.
There's some great countries around the world to watch volleyball and come to amazing atmospheres. You've got Brazil, Poland, the Philippines, and you've got here in Japan, where it is guaranteed to be packed out, particularly when the home team are playing.
Rafael Korn, looks like an important couple of points coming up here in the story of this set, and the first one of them has gone to Japan. Kentaro on the short one.
It's another good serve, but once you get that good ball in, you can run your options. You've got a good chance of getting side out.
Ishikawa, here we go. Carl sends it high, so Claude has to search a complete miss hit and a chance for the break point. Run down the line, beautiful touch, and we're level at 20s.
You cannot, you just don't know what's happening when you're playing defense against Japan. You're setting up for a big hit, but that's so well disguised, and then Kor can't move, and he's not in a neutral position to then really get forward onto the ball.
And you just cannot make errors. You will be punished. Ishikawa.
Really went for that one, and it's fair enough. They've scored a point from his serves. He's got license to go after the next one.
Tilly into Yamamoto. Yeah! Oh, they are working Kentaro so well.
Kentaro's speed, their rotation 6. Kentaro has got to get round from position 2, and he's round in the lightning before the ball's even been passed, so he's a quick option in the middle.
They're bringing on Masato Kai, the 19-year-old student from Senchu University. They brought him on to serve out the set against Bulgaria, and he did exactly that. It's a steady serve, but a great pass. And a good dig. Here we go. Ishikawa in at setter. The swing by Nishida, the chase by Diaz. And Tilly offers up a free ball. Here go Japan to take the lead. Ran gets blocked. Tail 4 puts it back over the net. It bounces off Ran, and France snatch the lead back.
This is magnificent. Great dig from Diaz, and the smart play from Tilly. He didn't just give it back, he made it. He took Nishida out of the play. And now as this comes back off of Ram, that's it, it's no good. And it is a brilliant block from France, but from a great play by Tilly.
They're challenging this, Japan.
Well, they were having a little look. I'm wondering whether or not there was a net touch by France as he played it into the block. That might be what they're looking at.
Now, Japan need credit for their fight back. They were 4 points down, but there are 2 points they really should have won. The first was that incredible Nishida swing that went long. And the second was that. It was a free ball at 21-21.
I would agree with you, but I think it was the best ball that Tilly could play, because he's dropped it short, and it wasn't that free ball that you kind of... Because he dropped it short at 1, Nishida's had to come all the way in and play. Took him right out of the game. So that meant, it then made Sekita have to turn around. He didn't have a play, couldn't play middle. Effectively, with that one play, he's reduced all of Japan's options and made it a ball to 4, which France are then able to get a really good block on. It's one of those plays that really doesn't get the credit it deserves. Looking for a net touch? No, it's the ball.
Yeah.
It's a really good block from 4.
Gianni in the background celebrating that one. He realises how important these moments are. France making a substitution. Darryl Coulthard going out, and coming in, Hilia Heno, another youngster, 19 years of age, out of UC Irvine, which is also Kevin Tilly's alma mater. He's making his first steps with this national team. Carrying a bit of an injury coming into this week, so been used mostly as a specialist server. He's got a chance here to extend the lead. Oh, big toss. He was never, ever in control of that ball.
I think the moment was just, I don't think he quite was able to shut out where he was and what he was doing. He threw it too far. He nearly towed the baseline and then made a mess. But that's a great learning experience either way.
Still, just about advantage France. 22-22 with the chance to side out. Nishida. It's all got a little bit tense out there.
Well, that really does help France now, because they've got Ran and Takahashi to go back and serve next. But after that, it's Onodera Sekita. So now is an opportunity for France to really take the advantage.
Théo Fort. Heavy serve that Ishikawa receives. Ran. Sensational. Absolutely brilliant.
Core's got to come in just a touch, or even if he doesn't, he's got to make sure he's closing the gap next to him and his middle. He's way too far wide because he's worried about Ran hitting the line.
So Kento Miyara coming in, and he's coming in for Masahiro Sekita. So no setter, but they bring him on as a blocking option. He's only 1.90 m, mind.
Still 25 centimeters or so above Sekita.
Well, the hands went up, but they didn't go up hard enough. Timothée Carl will go back to serve, and it is set point to France. They're reversing that substitution, so Miura back onto the bench, Sekita back onto the court, and Japan needing a big play. Timothée Carl unloads the serve. It's a good first touch. Sekita over to Ishikawa, the block. They can go again. They go the same way again. And Ishikawa takes a deep breath as he pumps one down the line and saves the set point.
It was always going this way. And that's what Core's been worried about this entire time. If he leaves any line, Ishikawa's going to take it. So he's drifting wide, and that's opening up space as well for Ishikawa to go in between the blockers.
Onodera. Oh, the float serve, and Tilly. Four. Oh, wow! Straight to the face. Ran Takahashi. Helped to his feet.
Well, he's not the one.
Yeah, you've still got a nose, Ran. It's still there. It's just a little bit flatter than it might have been 10 seconds ago. Right then, second set point for France. Now is the chance for the French. Over it goes. Bultor can't find the floor. Back with Japan. Unbelievable. Ishikawa goes cross-court and he's done it again.
That was a free ball, and then there was a little bit of a mix-up for France as to who was going to take it, and it just put them out of rhythm. There was a hesitation for Bolter. He couldn't quite get in where he wanted to, get the swing he wanted to. And Japan took full advantage.
25-25. Service needs to go in. Oh, it's a floater into Tilly. Out of the back to Fort. Big touch on that.
Must have just caught Takahashi. He didn't catch Kentaro.
Third set point. Side-out game's gone up a level. It's the skipper, Cole. On to Ran. Nishida! Huge block! Nail Fort alongside Bultor. And at the third time of asking, France take the first set.
Fort gets up and over and across. There is a roof right over the top of Nishida as he goes to hit this ball. And he had absolutely nowhere to go, and he didn't try block out. I'm not even sure he could have made it anyway. What a block, what a way to take the set.
And what a set, 27-25. This is the moment it happened. We'll get a great view of it from here.
Such a good block, because Fort started a bit wide and then he's gone into the line and shut it off. So they gave a little glimpse of it to Nishida, who left-handed thinks, oh, I've got that, and then realizes as he goes to hit, it's been taken away.
There is a big physical mismatch between those two, 25 centimeters when they're on the floor. He is a large figure, is Théo Fort. France have taken the lead against Japan, 27-25. I mean, that is a quite astonishing start, Clayton, and there is plenty more to come.
It's just what we wanted. Exciting, plenty of twists and turns. There were moments when Japan could have got themselves in a much better position, and just looking at errors-wise, yeah, most of those are serves, a couple of hitting errors. France just 2 blocks. Even Japan made a block and got a couple of aces. Small margins, as always seems to be the case at this level.
Well, Japan found themselves in a similar position yesterday against Bulgaria. However, they were able to defend the set points and take a couple of close ones, including the 3rd set, where they won the match. But one thing I like about this French team is there are a few unfamiliar faces, but they're all playing as if they've got a chance of keeping their place if they play well, which isn't necessarily an obvious thing when you think of the players to come in. Shinanyesi, Grebenikov, Patry, Tonyuti, Boye, Engepet, Brizard, Legoff, Clevenot. We'll come back to that after we've had a look at the spike placement for France.
All of this is dependent on who's available to hit, what course seeing, what the block's doing, and then where the attackers are coming in from and what spaces are available. So it looks interesting, but there is far more to it, which you don't really get from that graphic as such. But one thing we do get is just how great this venue is and this crowd is.
Just going back to that point, though, with all of those players to come in who will obviously be wanting to play in this tournament, if you are Carl or Faux or Boultour or Jouffroy, you're thinking, I'm playing well enough here, keep me in, coach.
Well, and the sad thing is for Faux, he's got 2 opposites already ahead of him, so that's tough. I mean, is he going to get ahead of Patry? Is he going to get ahead of Boyer? Whereas for the middle blockers, well, there's still 2 spots for them usually. You have 4 middle blockers, and then you've got 4 outside hitters, 2 setters, 2 liberos, 1 opposite.
And he's doing everything he can because he's up at 54%. He's been consistently up over 50% throughout the tournament. Impressive athlete. He's played his part in front, taking the lead. Japan need a response. Stefano Cesare blows the whistle. Timothy Carl will serve first in the 2nd set. Oh, miss hit from Ran, a recovery from Sekita. And 4 off the hands of Ran, and France off the mark.
Nice set. Could have gone to Jouffroy, decided no, saw the middle was taking some of the middle away from Japan, and it was an easy play to go to 4, who had space to do with what he wanted with the ball, really.
Carl. Goes long. There's no real surprise seeing France grow into the week, though, because it's a new group and they've just spent more time together.
And they're all wanting to give the head coach a headache as to who he's going to pick. And that's exactly what you want. You want, as a coach, to have that dilemma of having so many good players.
Kentaro, not a great touch from Diaz. Good effort on the swing, but goes long, and Japan sneak ahead. Oh, they want to put the hammer down and stay there. Kentaro, better pass from Diaz. This time it's composure from France, but that 2nd set not great, and that swing from 4 not great either.
Had it come off, we'd be talking about it for days and days and months and months and months, and social would go viral with 3 sets of set, but it didn't quite work out, and then it got a little bit too tight. So credit Japan with staying disciplined with their block.
Good service run this from Kentaro, he says.
Well done.
Sorry, Ken. Quentin Jouffroy, 2-3. The reward for a good pass.
So much pressure on Bolto. Does he go middle? Does he wait? Where's he got to step to try and get to Ishikawa?
Nishida. Handbrake off, accelerator down. Tyres screeching.
Yes, and slippy slidey. Didn't quite have the traction on that one, did he?
Raphael Cor. Takahashi with the first touch. Nishida, a little bit wayward.
Well, the angle was available. He's just not got enough wrap on that ball to keep it in play.
Cor looking for that 1 in 10 to the corner. And it comes off, but on that occasion. Say 1 in 10. You used to serve on 1 in 3 back in the day, didn't you?
A little jump floater. But it's a good place to go. Front court swinger to take him away from the rest of the team.
Diaz. High touch. Tilly. Off the hand. So much pressure going through that swing from Tilly.
You just know that France have been in the gym this week preparing for this game with this smart hitting. They're not trying to find the flaw if it's not there to be found. They know that Japan defends so well, and they've got to be getting off those blocks and sending them deep.
This time Japan goes short. Taishi Onodera.
Diaz got in his base position, which with the block helping out, he just needed to be another step to his left. But the thing is, he stepped inside. Look at, he gone down and makes a step left, he gets a dig.
Onodera. It's the one ace he's served in the tournament, and with float serves like that, you can see why. Oh, Tilly! Unloads! Wow!
It's the speed of the attack. He's put the ball in, he's got all the time he needs, and then he's got a freebie. Nishida's not going to stop that.
One of the great things about this week is seeing Tilly with more court time and seeing his on-court intelligence as part of this French group. Full toolkit.
I think as well, that's the risk reward with a jump serve as well for Tilly, knowing he's got that more of a very different role within the team. He's now the main player, the father figure, the player that's got to bring everyone together, and it's changed the way he's playing as well.
Sekita. Carl puts that on a plate for Cor, and this time Tilly doesn't quite execute the pipe. Well, it's bodyline tactics, isn't it? Ishikawa.
Just Tilly had no room, no time to get back. He's hit this pipe, and now he's like, where am I going? And he's just out, he's completely out of position, but still almost makes a brilliant dig.
Japan by 2. Oh, the block drops! Very nice indeed, Kentaro Takahashi. It's
a passive block from Kentaro. He's just closed the gap and said, if you're going to hit this steep, I can get my hands on it, and that's exactly what's happened.
9-6, Japan lead. Timeout called.
Our set out. No problem in the receive. Forward, our 5. We start to mistake. It's a perfect ball for Contento. But we need to have rest and to cut the ball. We have center in front. Ah, here come guys.
Coaching 101, finish every timeout with side out. That is a good team that's called it all the time.
It's a nice playing jersey, that black Japanese one, isn't it?
Favourite kit. It's my favourite kit. And my favourite kit for the women is the Chinese blue kit. I'm sure everyone's got their own favourites.
Sekita. Carl. Goes back to Timothy Carl, who finds the block. They've gone back to back. Japan are pulling away in set 2.
Great work from Kentaro. He's watched, he's picked up the way Carl's coming in. And he's closed. Despite everyone being there, no one can keep it off the floor.
2 blocks then for Kintaro in the last 2 points. France needs something, and they get something. Timothy Carl flips the script.
Not easy to put a ball on the floor like that against Japan. However, Sakita's still moving backwards, he's got no chance. Kintaro's moving laterally, so he's going to land and go away from the ball. It was all up to Nishida to try and do something.
Therefore, it's a bit off that serve. Nicely done by Geoffroy, good reflexes. Carl, it's another good winner.
I think Japan took their block away here and gave him a free swing. They're thinking he's going block out. Ishikawa is thinking for the attacker, and you really don't want to do that. You just got to get up there and get your hands in a good place and try and slow it down.
France started to chip away at the lead then. Good first contact. Dig by Tilly. Diaz. Oh, lovely winner again.
You've got 3 blockers up over on that side of the court. Brown's got to come around. Because Nishida's come in here, there's a massive gap where he's rolled it to, but Brown stayed where he is as if there was going to be a defender next to him at 4, and there wasn't.
France knocking on the door. Service error, but they're in a much better place than they were when 4 took to the service line. Now it's Ishikawa's turn. Oh, the crowd like that, but Tilly does well. 4 can only volley it over though, so Sakita has options, but it's not a clean strike by Kintaro. Is that dropped in? Oh, not quite.
And that time, when they got the 3 blocks up, Yamamoto's come over, and now he was able, if that ball was going to be dropping in, he was able to play it because he shifted across from 5 to 4 on where he was playing his defense.
Yuki Ishikawa. Here's the captain. 3 points to the good, Japan. Tilly stretches. Ball gets blocked, but Kintaro can't convert on this occasion.
Nice play from Japan. They've taken Tilly out of the pipe. They're not even going to acknowledge he's going to be doing anything. They're trying to get out to 4, and unlucky for Kintaro, just a fraction late. If he's been a bit early, it might have really got something more on that to bring it into play.
Carl. Wild one.
Sometimes your form goes when you're trying too hard to swing on the ball.
Kintaro with that float serve into Tilly. 4. Whips one through, and I'm so used to seeing Sakita return those.
It was too quick. This time 4's just come in one motion, and he's got that away really quickly before Sakita could get into a position where he's ready to play defense.
Quentin Geoffroy. Heavy serve. A smart hand taken away by Sakita, and Tilly just snuck up on him a bit.
It's a tough one for Tilly. Does he block it? Does he try and swing on it? He's not sure if it's going to be played. He's not got himself across either to get to, and do either of those things.
Now Nishida. Good serve. Carl does ever so well. Oh, the block is brilliant this time. It's Taishi Onodera.
That ball's come down. It's a ball that's contacted the net on this block. Indeed, he did a little bit of the ball in the net as well. Good work, Japan.
Timeout called. France have got it in. 15-11, and they are chasing.
We want PCs. The goal is the one. Boy, second question after defense. The second touching forward, high ball, close to the net.
And when you're teaching juniors and newbies, you like keep the ball away from the net. But at this level, they want the ball in close to the net because you can manipulate the ball against the block. You can use the speed of the ball to get block out, and if there are gaps, you can quickly play through those gaps.
Nishida. Sends it back into court, and then just gets France back into it.
They've done it again, Japan. They're taking their hands away at the net. And Ram keeps his block in, he gets a touch, and Japan have got a chance to recycle it, or he makes a block.
Given how good they are at scrapping for that ball as they go again here, Japan, right on the block, but given how good they are at keeping the ball off the floor, it seems a strange tactic for them to remove their hands, because generally if they're getting a block touch, they're recycling that ball.
I just think it's an Italian thing that's been happening in the league this year, and it's both been Ishikawa and Ran who've done it. They've both been playing in Italy. Not drawing any comparisons.
16-12, 16-13.
If you're going to take your hands away, you've got to know that they are attacking high. You've got to be able to see that. You can't guess.
Tilly. So it's a great chase. And then Ishikawa gets back to the net. And then gets a touch. And that makes the block. You've got to be kidding me.
Skirbic. From the Olympic Games, he went off running at the back of the court and out of the advertising hoardings. This time Ishikawa's ran on the other side of the court, comes back in, sneaks in. Core maybe thinks he's not ready, but he was. What a block. Not Nikola Grbic back then, Vladimir Grbic.
Vladimir. Now plying his trade with developing federations in the FIVB. Doing some great work for the growth of the sport. But we'll be talking about that play by Ishikawa for some time. Play of the week, in my opinion. We'll talk. Nishida!
And that's what Sakita does so well. He takes his ball, he just drops, and then he goes behind. Too late. You can't. The middles don't know where it's going, and he's creating then the spaces for his attackers on the wings to go into.
14-18. This set a lot more like the Japan we've seen this week in Nagoya.
All aboard the train to Spike Town. First stop, Dennisville.
That is some swing from Timothée Karl. Wow, 7 points. Draws him level with Tilly, but Form, the top scorer in the game thus far. That was always on the cards as soon as Nishida went up.
It doesn't seem, I mean, he's so quick at what he does here. This is one where the block's all over that. He's got to be looking on the left hand of Karl, or a roll shot just over the top.
Yeah, he's run himself down a big blue cul-de-sac there as Yuji Nishida. Japan still with the lead, but it's diminishing. Until now, Takahashi on the pipe.
Well, Takahashi and Ishikawa, Yamamoto, they've had a bit of a clash here. They're okay, but they're out of the play. But such was the quality of the ball. He still had 3 attackers putting massive pressure on France's block. He got a free swing as a result of it.
Now Ishikawa, 1916, rapidly approaching the business end. France need a response here if they're to take a 2-set lead. They're not going to get it. Oh, they are. Diaz has done well, really well. Another great dig by Diaz. This would be some turnaround for France.
Got the block out.
Well, you waxed lyrical about Diaz before the game and the fact that he's had a great week, and he was very, very important in that point for the French.
Most of the time you just focus on the outcome, the last action. But for it to get there, it's got to be a good pass, a great set.
Oh, here comes France. Quentin Jouffroy gets the better of Ran.
And all off of a good serve. Suddenly they're out of system. The block's got time to come in and get set. Core is getting way across the net. Jouffroy able to link up to him.
France not level yet, but feels as though they're trying to wrestle back momentum. There's always going to be those kind of mistakes, but if they can score 3-2, they will be right in the mix here. It's the same substitution as we saw in the first set, as we've seen throughout the week. Kentaro Takahashi coming off for the more aggressive serves of Masato Kai. Diaz, good pass, good swing, Timothée Carl.
This is what you love about this pipe attack when it's played well. Doesn't matter who's doing it, the speed of it. It's a free swing right into the heart of the opposition's defense. Just changed the game of volleyball as it's got better and better and better.
1 point game. Quentin Jouffroy to level. Sekita. Oh, that is an unbelievable pickup. How is that ball not on the floor? I mean, Ran Takahashi has missed.
Nishida thought he's been blocked. He thought this was over. But somehow it's come off of a defender, stayed in play, but then with a second chance they're unable to capitalise. Unbelievable play.
2020, game on. Jouffroy to Yamamoto. Oh, Nishida. That is 2 from 2 he's missed, and he hasn't got...
Tilly's saying no touch, so they are going to challenge. Now, this is where we find out what Tilly's all about.
His scruples.
Yeah, well, he's saying no. He knows that they're going to challenge it, because straight away they believe there was a touch, so let's see.
It feels like a reach for me, this one, Japan. It feels like a point they knew they needed.
Plus, it just gives them, it's just a little bit of a breather here as well in this crucial moment. We've got to the right business end now. This is where the game... Oh, they're actually looking for a net touch. The net was already moving, so there is no net fault and there was no block touch, which is what Nishida thought had happened.
So this game has moved now from...
Interestingly, by the way, that what we saw in the replay, we didn't see the ball at all. We didn't see whether it near the hands, because that's not what they asked for, so we only saw if there was a net touch or not.
This second set has moved from 15-11 to 21-20. France have gone 2 points to 1 since that second timeout was called. They have got all the momentum in the business end, in the championship rounds of this second set.
That's good. Well, Tilly was helping out with this one. He knows that the pressure's coming on the middle over and to the side, or to the side of Boltor, so he's trying to get in and make a touch. It nearly worked.
Kento Miura coming on. It's the blocking replacement against Japan without a recognised setter on the court.
Yeah, it's Japan.
Yeah,
they're all great at setting. It really does. They've just got to say, right, who's going to take it? I'll have it. Yeah, fine.
So Miura, number 4, there at the net. Nishida, the net table. It was a pretty squiffy first touch. Oh, he hits the winner. Kento Miura off the bench, onto the scoreboard. Japan back ahead.
Really good play from the Kinki Club Sifida player. He plays in Division 3 in Japan. He's playing for the national team. Talk about Hollywood story. And he's just hit a fantastic shot.
With the left hand as well. Always worth having a spare lefty, isn't it? Speaking of top lefty, Yuji Nishida rips one past Diaz, and Japan are back in the driving seat.
Oh, Diaz left so much space down that line, tempting Nishida.
Well, France think there was a service line fault here. Has he towed the line? Or is this, well, Gianni's already called them in for his bonus timeout, so don't worry about that.
Good, is the timeout.
Watching, oh, come on.
Exactly. If it was a long jump, coach would be going crazy. He was nowhere near the line. Get closer. All we can say is Nishida just towed the corporate line then and got an ace.
The crowd set the rhythm. Nishida goes again. And to be fair, that challenge, it works twofold, doesn't it? It gives Gianni a few seconds to speak to the players. It ices the server as well. Gives him a bit of time to think. Another change being made here. Nishida coming out. Akihiro Fukatsu coming in. So that's the setter change for the rotation.
Gives them 3 front court attackers.
And now they've got 2 chances to win the set.
Just nice work from Blaine with his tactical changes here.
Ran Takahashi, set point. Carl receives to save the set. Oh, it's the monster block! Onodira and Miura say no to Timotei Carl. And Japan, having raced to a lead, have apparently come back from the dead in that second set. All of the momentum was with France. Then we got into the 20s, and there were some massive plays from some massive players. It's a good pass from Carl. There were 3 options. They've gone out to 4, and it's Kento Miura brought on to do exactly that. What an impact he's had. Makes the block after hitting a brilliant winner. And take a breather. I mean, that's great news, because we get at least one more set of these 2 brilliant teams going at it. Clayton has abandoned me. He is going courtside. He's going to try and catch hold of Andrea Gianni and Felipe Blaine. And we are going to take a moment to just enjoy these supporters setting a brilliant scene. Japan won, France won. 2 brilliant sets. France battling to edge the first 27-25. Japan coming from behind to win the second 25-22. 11 errors from France in the second set. 5 blocks by Japan. Now that's not something we see very often. Just the 1 service ace as well just shows how well both of these teams are getting first touches on the ball. That ace, of course, coming at a key part in the set. Let's look at the hit points then, the attack zones. It's a good spread for Japan, but 47% down the middle. That shows how quickly Masahiro Sekita wants to get the attack moving. He's used the pipe really well too, hasn't he? So that's not just points at the net, that's pipe attacks, that's going quickly to the middles. But now Clayton is down there making friends. I think he's got Felipe Blaine with him.
Philippe, a fantastic match. What was the message to the team for that second set to get the win?
I think you resolve. You find solution. We find some solution about side out and also block defense, because at the beginning they have a very good side out. We have difficulties to find a solution, but for this set we find someone. But we have to be much better inside out, because today our numbers is low.
Okay, good luck for the next one. Thank you. He's always got some more coaching to do. I'm going to go and see if I can get hold of Gianni.
Yeah, catch him, Clayton. We're going to have to get you some kind of dog lead or something to stop them all running off. Great to hear from Philippe Plano. The messaging very clear. And when they did find that side-out solution, they made hay. Oh, we've seen some great volleyball here. Capacity crowd, 6,500 people. And I tell you what, they love their Japanese team, but they are very respectful of the French too. And the French have responded. The Ran Takahashi fan club, of which there is many. But now I can see two volleyball geniuses down there. Clayton Lucas is with Andrea Gianni.
Andrea, it's a fabulous match. Great start for you guys, but Japan have come back. What's the message to the team for the rest of the match?
Yeah, I think but the first part of the first set, good rhythm inside out. I think it's a good level, no? Good focus. We start in the second set to maintain the spike, and we don't do the possibility in the second set. I think it is in this moment, you know, since the Japan don't play 100%, we have possibility, but we need to play some ball. Good focus, good technique, and we lose not. But we have possibility. No, we start to have a rhythm inside out first, and especially in transition, the second touch for position for the high ball, we need to set very well. I put the net.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Good luck.
Yes,
Back to you, Dave.
Cheers, Clayton. Sounds like you're having too much fun down there. Get back up here, because the whistle's gone. Stefano Cesare has called the players back onto court. And I think we're going to learn a lot about the way that this game's going to go at the start of this third set. Who is going to be able to establish themselves? Ishikawa, 6 points, 36%. He'd like that to be up over 40, if we're honest, but he's come up with some key moments. Look at that, Timothée Carr, 60% success. Leading from the front. Stefano Cesare calls them into action. The teams have changed ends. Here's Quintaro to serve first. Third set underway. Tilly just lost his feet there. It's not going to affect the points, because Quintaro is going to score first for Les Bleus and send Timothée Carr to the service line. Heavy service and a good first contact. Oh, brilliant pickup. Unbelievable from Carl. Elastic hamstrings. But the second ball swing from Yuki Ishikawa. Is it in? Oh, you bet it is. Oh, a little wink from that man. Dig swing. Thank you very much. Keep them guessing. Yuji Nishida, air of anticipation every time he comes to serve. Diaz gets there first. Oh man, Quentin Joufoy. 2-1 France. Quentin Joufoy back to serve. And that really put in his swinging arc. Didn't have to do much and executed brilliantly. Now Joufoy to serve. 2-1 France. Clayton's arrived. Was that you and Andrea Gianni exchanging addresses for Christmas cards? You look like having a great time down there.
It's so good to have a coach, right, who can say what he wants to say and then be amenable and just have that time to talk to us all about what's going on and why it's happening and what they need to do.
Short service. Diaz doesn't get there, and that's something a little bit special from Ran Takahashi.
When you're passing this, you're seeing his action. Everything looks as it should, as he was going to hit it hard. The only cue is just a tad slow with his arm, and if you don't read it, that's what happens.
That moves him up to 9 points for the game. Ran. Oh, he's gone back to back. It's 2 aces in a row. 2 different aces, but Ran is purring.
This is what you want. This time, no mess, it's the speed, so you've got to be ready. You're not passing that, you're defending.
Goes short again, and Carl reads it.
There's a little tell. So we just saw Rand do 3 serves. We had the slow, the fast, the slow. On the slow, his left hand just stays down, it doesn't drive in. So if you're looking for a cue as a passer, if that starts to whip in, you know it's coming at you hard.
Remind me never to play you at poker. That is an angle and a half from Yuki Ishikawa.
Till he's still moving, you've got no chance. Even if it hits you, you've hardly got a chance to keep it in play. You've got to be still at this level. Spiker leaves the floor. Wherever you're playing defense from, that's where you have to play.
Onodera, 5-3. Decent start this from Japan. Tilly takes it off Diaz. 4, unloads. Kevin Tilly ready to serve. More good siding out from Japan.
Been 2 different ways to do it. We saw 4 just a bit earlier. He's nice and high to the line. On this one, it's about the speed. He makes the ball, he comes in quick, and then he finds and just whips it through the gap.
Here's Sekita. To Carl again. He gets it back and generates a lovely angle of his own.
So Nishida is setting the block for Japan for Kentaro here. So if he goes too wide, Kentaro wants to close up to Nishida, and it opened up the cross-court angle.
Daryl Bultor. Into Ishikawa. Tried to go quickly. Carl does very well, and then touchdown by 4.
Well, the referee's happy that this was on the side of France. You can't challenge for Inversione, which you can in the Italian league. Where was the contact? That's the question. And if the ball is being... This is lovely. Now, if this contact is on the side of 4, then that's fine.
Going to see it from this angle.
And Nishida needs to get up there and block it at the end of the day.
Now that ball's gone long. You tootled down to make friends at courtside before the stats came up. Japan made 5 blocks in that second set, and that's not a statistic we're used to seeing.
No, it isn't, but you better get used to it, because it's exactly what Philippe Blaine said at set 2, first match. We're not a team that's just going to be about our serving and our defending. We're a team that needs to make blocks.
That ball's out. Yuki Ishikawa goes back with a 2-point lead. Tilly, good pass in that allows Jouffroy to go quickly, and Ishikawa a 2-touch. Even in this hall, he can't get away with that one.
He certainly can't. But great movement from France, 4 players. It's orchestral at times, it's balletic as well.
4. To Ran Takahashi. Squeezed through by Kentaro.
The amount of time pressure on these middle blockers is just unreal. Jouffroy's thinking, where do I go, where can I get to? Even Kor's under pressure because he's got Ran coming at him as well. So you're doubling up there on the wing blocker.
Tilly. Touch on that. Yes. Boy brings them back within 1.
It's really cool that the game and the progression of the game and the technology we have now is we're getting past the point of if the ref didn't see it, didn't happen, because the technology's seen it, so you might as well just admit to it.
Now Carl, this one ticking along at quite a fast pace. Nishida can't find a swing, but it's returned on the first ball. Again, composure from Japan. Great dig. And Tilly finds the hands and goes again. Kevin Tilly down the line. I think it came off 2 Japanese players in the end.
Great last action, but it was all about the dig from 4. And at this level of volleyball, the players can't stand with their arms straight. They've got to stand in position with their arms slightly bent so that when it comes off them quickly, it comes up in the air.
He's made a couple of great digs, a couple where he's hit the deck as well, Theo Ford, but 2 meters and 2. Well built as well. Oh, there we go. Lucky ace.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, not in the slightest.
Can't legislate for this. This is where Onodera's got to try and get it. Not going to happen.
Just going back to that point on 4, he gets down really well. He's very athletic for a well-built player.
It's all about getting into a good neutral position. If you're in a neutral position and you're low, it gives you such good speed, and then you can also absorb a lot of the ball when it's hit. If you're not in a neutral position, you're on your heels or wherever, you tend to get a little bit too hard, as it were, with your arms and stuff, and you want your legs to be in a good pace, and then you want to absorb the ball and then use that to drive forward for anything that comes off the blocks.
Nishida into the net. Now Jouffroy. Another good pass in. Rees at the pipe, and Ishikawa takes full advantage.
Moment of stillness here for Ishikawa. He jumps, he waits, and then he finds the gap to go into. He had choices.
Yeah, it's like that moment of clarity, isn't it? He's got enough hang time to look around, send a text message, hit a winner. Ran Takahashi into Tilly. Again, the quality of the pass.
I think that's what opens up this game. Carl doing exactly what we saw Ishikawa do. He jumps. He's gone around the other side of Boltor, so there's massive pressure on Onodera and Sekita, and they don't know where it's going to go.
Touch and Takahashi manages to keep it off the floor, but a good chance now for France and a 2-point lead. Tilly can't convert though. Nishida gets a good touch now. Ishikawa rescues it for Japan.
You just know he's not going to just be wanting to hit the ball hard. And these are just good skills. Players at this level, they've got these skills. And then it's backed up with a very smart hit. Now, because Boltor didn't put a block up.
Got to be in your bonnet about that, haven't you?
Well, we've seen it happen 3 times. 3 times they've pulled their hands away, and 3 times they've given away a cheap point.
Good leave by Timothy Carl. Thought about playing that. Kevin Tilly. Took a while to sneak into the lead here. Sharp start. It's 13-13, but with the supposed side-out advantage. Oh, the block touch. It's a good read by Takahashi. Now Daryl Bultor, halfway through this 3rd set, did not catch hold of that at all.
He's completely kind of, I say, clammed up, really. He's crunched forward. When you're playing volleyball, your obliques and your abs and all that are stretched away from each other. You're trying to reach up, separate your shoulders from your hips, get up on the ball as high as you can.
And we've entered into one of those periods where service error follows service error. Nothing really changes, we just get a little bit closer to the end of the set. 4, better service. Yamamoto receives. Oh, Nishida swings!
I'm not sure there's anyone who can do what he does at that speed. Anyone can open up and then go to a line or go to the cross, but the speed at which he does it, I mean, it's Bruce Lee-like. It's like that 1-inch post. You don't see it. It's so fast.
Kentaro. 15-15. Silly. He wants the bite now. And interesting, isn't it? In the first set, Japan were keeping those off the floor. France are just finding ways to beat this brilliant defence.
Yeah, they're running the pipe well. They're mixing it up. If that had gone to 4, you'd have had a free swing.
Carl. The net tape again, Timothy Carl. Doesn't win the point this time though, because Takahashi.
He's slid in to pass this ball. He's on his knees. He's then used that to get up 2 steps. Bang.
Has he touched the net?
Ball was down. Didn't matter. Oh, maybe not. I think that ball is already hit the floor before he's caught the net. Unless he's followed through and caught it with his hand. If he's caught it with his hand, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But if he hasn't and he's come down and caught it, that ball's hit the floor before he's landed.
So the scoreboard currently reads 16-16. If this is a successful challenge, then France will be back ahead. Clayton's dancing to the challenge music. I mean, it's a lovely groove, to be fair.
It's very catchy.
But they're taking their time over this.
Well, they need what they're looking at, so I think there is a net touch, and what they're looking at is where the ball is, if the ball's landed or not. And then we might see a picture-in-picture then.
In the meantime, Japan are shaping up for a substitution. It is the Miura-Sekita switcheroo. There is the picture-in-picture.
He's kicked it! He's kicked it with his foot! Oh, has he? Or not? Do you know, it looked like he kicked it with his foot then. I think perhaps just because of the blurriness, they're saying no, it was moving. See, the other question is, well, if it's moving and the net hits him, that's also not a fault.
There's not too much dispute from France, so I think they're happy with that. Just a word for Miura as he comes in. Got that point with the swing and then made the kill block to win the set. That is inspired coaching and brilliant play as Diaz sends that one into court, and then Tilly goes cross-court and re-establishes the lead.
The whole point of being a substitute is that when you're called upon to do something, you're supposed to do it. So that's exactly what you want. And then it means as well that the coach knows they can rely on you. You'll get called again to do something. Like Fukatsu coming in. As the server, they've switched their offense. They've got 3 front court attackers.
Yamamoto, Fukatsu comes in and tees it up for Miura, the 2 subs, linking lovely.
Was lovely, it was really such a spicy swing this from Fukatsu.
Ran Takahashi at 17-17. Is this set going deep like the first did? 27-22. That one finished. Run! Oh, the chase by Tilly, a good one. Nail 4 sends it high, and Yamamoto can feed Fukatsu. Great dig, not great enough though. Carl with the great reactions, but couldn't direct the ball.
Another one from Fukatsu. This is why we play at this magnificent stadium, because if we were playing in a regular hall, we would not have these rallies. The ball would be hitting the ceiling. That's the level of volleyball we're at now. We have to create the space for the guys to play, and they hit it so hard.
Go to take our chance. This part of the set. Start with the reason. See our serve, our defense. This is the moment. This is our moment.
He's always calm. Gianni just says what he needs to say. He's got about it. He's played at the highest level. He's an absolute legend playing. He's been in this scenario so many times as a player. Knows what it's all about. Knows how to deal with it. He's trying to impart that knowledge to his team.
Ishikawa up over 50%. 11 points for the day. Kisses the net on the way through as we get back underway. Tilly off the hands, changes the course of it. Fukatsu can't get it.
This is really taxing for both teams because it's easy to switch off here, just go, oh, I'm just going to swing, just going to have a swing, but you can't because you get blocks. You've got to stay focused. Every touch, every point, every rally.
Captain Koch. Miura is having a real impact on this game since coming off the bench.
It's fairy tale stuff for him, it really is. He's not going to be playing Division 3 for long, you feel. Carries on like this. He's not changed his clubs already. Again, that's what Four does well. He's always looking for that line, but from such a high place, it's really difficult to get a block that will put him down.
Fukatsu tees up the captain this time. Lovely adjustment in the air from Ishikawa.
It's a good battle between the two of them here, because Four's taking away a good bit of space. However, because he's not watched the approach, he's just watched the ball, he's out to lunch with that one. He's got to get across, he's got to line up, and then he's got to wait for the ball to come. But then he's also got the threat of the pipes, who can't do it.
Now Miura to continue. Oh, he's completely mishit that. But it's still in. Oh my goodness. They couldn't, could they? Not yet. Diaz. Koch. Oh, the left-handed swing doesn't find the floor. Crazy point. But there's a block by France.
Might be a net touch by France. Ishikawa's kind of, I think, more in hope than anything.
I mean, that serve by Miura was very Japanese Division 3.
But it just happens sometimes, like, oh, but way to make up for it, change and get it over.
Here's a change for France. The setter, Kellyanne Mota-Pais, coming on to serve in place of Daryl Bultor. Some mullet on the young man.
21 years of age, just another experience for him to feel what this is like. And playing with a big career ahead of him.
And imagine being 21 and being in the mix with Koch and Tognuti and Brizard. If you are a coachable player who's willing to learn, surely you're going to get better with every session. Tilly, another lovely pass. But Japan making their blocks. Diaz on hand. Carl. Now Ishikawa. Too hot for Diaz this time.
It was. Diaz made some really good choices in that rally. He's staying deep when everyone was in covering, and he made a touch. Then there's three blockers up, and he's shifting out wide. He's filling that 4-5 space now, and he's unlucky because actually it's come right on the 5 slot because the block didn't quite close the angle.
22-20. Tilly again puts it on a plate. With a handling error. A handling error on Rafael Koch.
Which is fine because that was the standard that was set in the first set by Stefano Cesare. So it's fine. That's what the level is. And he's stuck to it. Doesn't matter whether it's the first point or match point. Top referees set a level and stick to it.
23-20. Long way back for France now. Ishikawa. Diaz back on the first ball. Huge opportunity. Fukatsu sets the pipe. Ishikawa sends it home. Set point Japan.
This is volleyball.
Yuki Ishikawa serving for the set. He'll be full of adrenaline after that pipe attack. A clean hit. He needs another here.
I'm not even sure that went inside the antenna.
I'm not even sure it went inside the antenna and the net post. Still, why not? 3 more chances for Japan. All the pressure now on Teo 4. Into the net. Japan come from behind to lead 2-1.
It is nothing if not entertaining, surprising, fascinating, gripping, compelling. I have no more words.
Well, I don't think you need any more, because the volleyball, the drama has spoken for itself. There were times in that set where it felt as though we could have gone 23-25, 28-26, any of those things, but at the key moment there were some huge plays, and Japan just riding on the wave of everything, all of the positivity here.
That's 1 for 4 where he's got a slight miss hit. He's not quite got it where he wants to, and he's trying to catch up on it. But these are ones where you've got to just go back to what you know works. Don't try anything other. Your set point down.
Japan 2, France 1. At least one set in this brilliant game to go. 25-27, 25-22, 25-21. Now, I hate to put your head on the chopping block, but at the start of the show, as we see the stats here, any numbers stand out for you there?
9 errors from France. No blocks from Japan this time, but they serve well. Their serving was key. I mean, okay, 2 aces, that's the cherry on the cake. What they did was they put France under pressure and reduced the number of pipes they could run, and just got them a little bit more out of the system and got their hustle on. No, I didn't say anything about who was going to win the match, Dave, before we jump in. I might have said Japan 3-0.
No, you said Japan 3-1.
Oh, did I? Yay, me!
And it's on VBTV forever. Yeah, we can go back and play that. Do you know what? I don't usually ask for predictions, but going into the 4th set, are you going to stand by that?
Well, the match, as you said, is speaking for itself at the moment. That what Japan are doing well is their serving pressure is great. Okay, and now if we look at the serve placement from Japan, and this is what they're doing. The ball is swerving across. It's coming in from right to left, left to right as they look at it. It's really tough. It's not a jump set that's coming at you. You can just put your hands there. It's one where you're having to shift around, and you look at it's all in that area, or in and around the libero, but just trying to get it into what they're doing. And just for me, when you look at the graphic, you can make a million things out of it. But what we're seeing in the game itself is how they are attacking the gaps between the passes and making Diaz, making Tilly, making Carl work really hard. They're getting on the ball. The ball's miles up into the night sky. I was going to say, I mean, the ceiling's that high. There's no middle coming. Suddenly it's a battle, and Japan are winning those little battles in those areas.
Well, for France, these next, they hope, 2 sets, as we look at Paul's statistics, he's at 50%, 16 points. These next 2 sets are the difference between a good week and a disappointing week. And Japan are 1 set away from an unbelievable week, but they probably only need to pick up 4 more wins to get to the finals.
Last year, the Netherlands got through with 6 wins. They were the team that got through in 8th place. So, yeah, 7 and 8 was above them, 9 and 10 above them again. So if they've got 4 here, then yeah, 4 after that would be incredible.
Carl gets the 3rd set underway. Japan work it off the block. But by contrast, I know we talked about fresh faces and all the players missing for France, but leaving with only 1 victory, probably quite a bad return.
Yes, would be.
Diaz feeds it in. 2nd ball play from Cork.
But just quickly going back to that, they're going to go to Orleans, so they've got home venue in week 2, and all the big guns will be ready for that. Expect them to get 3 or 4 wins there, I think, and then that puts them back on track.
Here's Quentin Jouffroy. aggressive, but it's gone long. Of course, we draw the curtain down after this game, but there are still games from Ottawa. We expect you to be sat and watching them too. Before the Volleyball Nations League moves on. Interestingly, Miora's kept his place on the court, but Bultor, who's been relatively quiet today, just reminds us what he's capable of.
This is good again. It's run towards where the pin hitter is, or the pin blocker, but he's gone out wide because there's pressure coming wide, so it becomes a free swing. Not surprised actually, Kintaro's kept his place on court, because Nishida, if we just think back at what he was doing, he's missed a couple, he was getting blocked, the serve didn't really kick into gear. Kintaro's come in and he's done well, so, and Blaine's really good at that. This week he's rewarded players that have played well.
One of those, of course, Ran Takahashi on the ball now. Always interesting seeing the reaction of supporters who are behind the serve. We've got, what, maybe 50 or 60 lucky fans who've got a great view. And when the ball goes out the back, do they embrace it or do they duck out of the way? I think the speed that the serve travels in, very often they duck. And that's another great swing from Gento Miura.
Confidence from him. Three players all coming in front, drawing France that way. Hammer and signal, and then the ball going back behind.
That one taken early by Four. It's on Japan a little bit quicker than they'd have liked.
Miura was in a position, but the back spin meant he was on his heels. He's never going to get to it. Bit of a miss hit, but it works.
Seeing a bit more from Bultor as a result. France levelled it at fours. Oh, has that snuck in? Yes, it has. Daryl Bultor paints the line with an ace.
I think he's grazed it. Yes, look at that. Brilliant. The crowd are all in appreciation of that because they've just seen that on the big screen as well.
Bultor goes again. France sneak ahead. That picked up right off the deck by Ishikawa. And then Tilly resets. Four. Well, that'll come down with snow on it. Touch to backcourt. Bultor chases, but the chase not good enough.
Tough one for France. Diaz not on the court because Bultor's on a serving run. But look at Bultor. He's kind of he's playing six. He's not sure. He's not used to playing there at all. Doesn't know how to play that position.
Not the tallest of middle blockers, Daryl Bultor, 197. Which means he probably has to duck to get through the door, but given some of the giants he's up against, shows what an athlete he is. Service by Fukatsu. Oh, wow.
Great technique from Four here. Watch the way that he gets out, comes back in. And this is all fluid motion. It's really nice.
Gets up as well. The measuring stick says 3:32 on that one as Fukatsu goes short to Kentaro. It's rapid, isn't it?
It is. There was an arrow from Kentaro. But it's laser-like. It's right between 1 and 6. Best place you can put the ball as a middle blocker when you're attacking.
Yuki Ishikawa. Just to go short, but Tilly wise to it. Carl. Back on the first ball by Yamamoto. Four. Close to the baseline, but hits it.
There, that wasn't coming back. The only way that's coming back is when the volunteers roll it around the side. This is some hit. Just see those moments from him, you just know he's going to be such a good player. It's a great thing that you know he's coming through. Next generation of French opposites.
Not the best first touch, but the hand still. I mean, the recovery, the powers of recovery in this France team. Sorry, this Japan team. It
This is Japanese volleyball 101. All right, we're in trouble. Better the ball, it's up. And now better it again by getting it off core. And it's off the elbow. You can't, but it's difficult to do anything with.
Kentaro. 7-7. Feeds the setter. 4. Take by Fukatsu. And off the block again by Ishikawa. Finding solutions.
Way back when volleyball was watched in black and white, it was a white ball, our coach would say, imagine in defense you're a puddle of water and absorb the ball. No matter how hard you hit the ball into a puddle of water, it sticks. That's what Japan do so well.
Tilly. High off the hands. It is point for point in this must-win set for France. Boy. Vultor waits. Is he going to get called into action at this point? Fukatsu. No, he won't, because Kento Miura looks the part.
He's not here just to make up the numbers, and we're seeing that. Lane knows exactly what he can do and why he's here. Now it's great as well, because Nishida knows it's not all about, it's not going to be him time and time again. If he's not playing, he's on the bench. Not playing well.
A service! Kento Miura dominating the game off the bench.
Such a good, really lovely shot that with the super slow-mo. He's right through the ball, he's travelling through it, whipping through it. Puts it into that corridor of uncertainty.
Guys, whoa, Theo, one moment. Guys, we have big possibilities, you know. Good serve, the spike high ball, the first block with the spiker, no move the hand. Second, the defense. Use the tip, no, didn't touch downward block, never. And ritmo inside out. Ritmo inside out. Bye.
Japan 10, France 8. Timeout call to just try and kill the momentum of this man, Kento Miura, who's taking his opportunity. Look at that, 100% attacks in. Left flailing, and Miura extends the lead.
Again, it's right into that corridor of uncertainty. It's no longer that, it's not even a hallway of hesitation anymore. It's definitely an avenue of angst right now for France. And they're making a change. Well, they're changed. So this is nice, right? This is good. Because what they're now doing is they're changing the picture for Miura, bringing in another player. So where does he go? Does he recognise it, or does he go to the same place?
Antoine Potron comes on, the 21-year-old from Toulouse. And he gets his first touch and finds Tilly. 4, needs a good swing, gets a good swing, but the chase is on. The chase is good. And we go again. Tilly off the hands. Another just calm, intelligent piece of play.
That's some pickup from Ishikawa. And that's Engapet. That is in the form of Tilly, because he couldn't get out. He's ran round and then he's used the ball well.
13 points for Tilly, second highest top scorer for France in the game. This play is special.
I tell you what, yes, he's playing great. He's now just having the game of his life, okay? And not only that, but the set is equal to it. He knows that what's going on, and as a result, Fukatsu is giving him the ball and say, off you go, son, go and have some fun. The double switch that Japan have made here is working.
Run Takahashi, oh, brilliant from Voltor, but put away by Ishikawa.
This is awesome, this is great. So Takahashi's far enough off the net, Ishikawa, that he can do that. If you're too tight on the net, then it's not going to happen. So you need to give yourself the space for the overpass, and then you move in tight to the net to go start blocking.
Takahashi levelling out the net luck. Diaz tight on that first touch. And then 4. Is there a touch? There is no touch.
They're going to challenge it. They need to try and break it up if they can. There's no admission coming from Japan. This is going to be huge if it is out.
Well, while they have a look at this, just a word on Kento Miura. 1m90. When they put the spike height up, 3.3 meters, which is the same as Theo 4 is getting, and he gets up big, but he's 2 meters and 2. The athleticism, the jump height of some of these Japanese players is truly astonishing.
Fast twitch muscles they use to the absolute maximum. So because he's got those fast twitch muscles, which helps him to get high quickly, it gets him there quickly as well. So then he's in a similar mode to Nishida. No one's as quick as Nishida. He's the quickest there is. I've never seen anyone hit the ball as quickly as he does in the way that he does it. But Miura's doing really well. And again, left-handers difficult to stop.
All right, the moment of truth.
Excellent. Oh, I think he was out.
Well, I think there was an index finger on it. Show us again.
My goodness me, what a time.
Here we go.
Right,
watch the index finger here. Is it?
No, that's a shadow as the ball's gone past. That has not touched him. No, and again, and this is classic, so it happens because it's on the big screen like that. As the ball goes past, there's a shadow over the finger and you make it think it's moved, but the ball's already past the finger for that shadow to show.
And for those of you watching on your 4K HD device, you'll have seen that shadow, but the big screens here in the arena, not quite as high resolution. As a result, that is why Andrea Gianni and co are a little bit miffed about what they've just seen.
There's no movement. The movement is it's one of those things like, you know, the thing on social media, is the shoe purple or is it pink or is it blue? You know, that's just the shadow, and it changes the perspective.
Still going, Gianni, gesturing to his fingers. But it's happened a few times this week, and Stefano Cesare.
Well, they're asking me, do you know what? This will. We're just not sure why we got the delay. Did he say he's touched it? Well, Gianni seems to think that it's been admitted to as a touch. That does change things, but tell you what, the first glance, here we go, let's have a look from this angle. This is probably a better angle, definitely. No, still no touch. It's right, absolutely right, there was no touch.
Oh, hang on, now there is a touch.
What? What? Say what? No, because that also said no touch on the graphic.
Well, I thought that angle was more conclusive than the previous one. Well, we go again. And that brings the scoreboard even closer.
Lane's now complaining, and quite rightly. Well, this is fair play. I mean, it's credit to Japan here. They've not said a word. They've just got on with it. Now, how important will that prove to be?
Well, it's the difference between a 5-point game and a 3-point game as Tilly serves. The serve's in, and Japan have got a bit of work to do, and that is the best response possible after a delay like that.
Let the volleyball do the talking. But to be fair, Japan never said a word. They just got on with it. Just come on and got their side out.
Taishi Onodera wins the point, goes back to serve. 14-10. That is such a good set from Kor.
Japan will be disappointed with that because there wasn't really anywhere else Kor could go here, and Kentaro's not got his hands up, he's not ready to play it.
Full talk. 11-14. Dug by Ishikawa. Second ball touch. Not the best from Fukatsu. Tilly can only offer up a volley.
Difference in this match right now. Japan middle, France no middle. In terms of there's nothing in transition, we've had one set to the last one because it could only go there. Geoffroy's been almost non-existent for the last, well, set and a half.
But that hasn't always been the case against China. Geoffroy and Bultor absolutely dominated. Bultor 10 kills.
Credit that to Japan's serving and the way that they've been able to stop Core running the middle.
Four. Yamamoto feeds it in. Oh, the left hand of Miura is joyous. Kento Miura in this fourth set.
It's another one on the train to spike tank.
Well, he's got a highlights reel all of his own from the last 20 minutes. 16-12 now. More service pressure coming in. Diaz can only send it skyward, but Deo 4 with the rescue mission.
Yeah, Guitaro's going, I didn't touch, no touch, no touch. And then he says, yeah. Oh, it wasn't because it was Ram who touched.
Yes, that'll be why then. Here's the new man, Antoine Patron, moving to Tours next season, where he'll play Champions League volleyball. Handed set. Doesn't yield the point yet. Oh, lovely dig, really well done by Four. What can Tilly do? Work it off the hands and magic up a point.
That's what France have to do in this game now. They've got to stick in, they've got to make those touches. This is a brilliant dig from Four to set it all up. Perhaps just a little fortunate from Tilly, that block not closed sufficiently well by Japan.
Taking away at the lead though. Point for point since the timeout. They have been as many as 4 behind. Good block touch, Yamamoto in the right place. But he's unstoppable, Miura.
What we're seeing from both these teams is that they are not flooding the 3-meter line when they've got an attack. There's already players in because of the way they attack, so somebody's got to stay deep, which is the libero, which then gives them that chance in transition to go again.
Seeing Nishida on the bench, a big smile on his face as well. A lot of support in this Japan team. As Tio 4 goes up and Fukatsu makes a good dig. This time it's Ran Takahashi. There's acres of space. France flat-footed and they're disappearing out of this fourth set.
Those of you that have been watching Slovenia play this week, watch this play from Ran. It's Ran Mosic. He's up with the high hand here and plays this to perfection.
18-14, timeout called, last chance saloon for France.
With the opposite, hey guys, with the opposite. It's important one. This position, we need it. Because you take the ball high, it's not, it's difficult for the block. But for the defense, yes, because we use the chest for defense this ball. Stay down, and we work. And pay attention with the center. Ball go. Very, this is the antenna. The ball in forward. More times the ball is very right.
Well, that would have been really good to see. Just shame the graphic was in the way. Body was right, but it's effectively saying we've got to be stood here. And guys, yes, we need to make digs off our chest if we have to. So get your body in the way, make those touches.
18-14. The Ishikawa fan club out in full force. Geoffroy thinks he's got a touch, has got a touch. Diaz back onto the bench. Bultor back into the front row. Geoffroy searching for a service run. Goes heavy! Great ace!
Well, he may not have been doing much at the net, but that is a really good way to have an impact and have an effect on the game. Just completely splitting Yamamoto and Ishikawa.
So clean, and he approaches the service line quite casually as well. Generates that power. Here he goes again. Same service, but this time well dealt with. Touch on that, Miura can't find the floor. But you bet that Takahashi can.
That was ran to perfection by Japan. But this for those who don't want to know how to hit the line properly, watch Ran, watch Ishikawa, watch Four when they go up, open the cross and hit over their shoulder. It's so important.
Well, Miura has obviously been given a license to play. That one sent long, but a 2-point lead at 19-17. I know which jersey I'd rather be in if I was out there. Now Rafael Cor. A big contribution from the captain. It's not a bad start. Well, Miura just wants to swing from everywhere, doesn't he? Part of it's admirable.
That's a tough one because there's no block. There wasn't really a reference point. It's a bit off the net, but that's not the time to try and hit a winner. That's the time just to get it in. Nishida's probably taking his tracksuit top off. He might get a call if it carries on like this.
4 of the last 5 points have gone to France. 5 of the last 6. That is a monster block.
This is great work, and it's lovely. So that Four now has got out there. He's waiting, and he's able to line his block up because they've got them under pressure from the serve.
Yeah. Go tranquille. Number 21 or 4 best blocker, huh? Okay. So we have to manage this one, okay? Allez, full, right. Now we push on side out, then we will take this one. Okay.
All right, France back in the game, although did this in the second set too before Japan re-energized when they hit 20.
This is now a test for Miura, having come in and it was all going really well. Suddenly it's not, so they've got to rebuild again. Does he do that?
Rafael Cor. Received by Ran Takahashi. Sensational from Kento Miura. And France are back into the lead. They have re-energized. They have hit 20. And they needed that in between the first and second timeout. France outscored them by 5 points to 1. Good service. Potron receives well though. And then Tilly looking for a touch, doesn't get a touch, and those back-to-back points mean that it's an uphill struggle for the French once more.
This is such a good moment for Fukatsu as well, coming in to replace Sakita and leading this team to the position that they're in right now.
Run. Diaz. Good ball. Looking to tee up Bultor, but Ram's there in the way. Miura! Unstoppable!
Bit of Miura magic. In the right place. Now a steady ball out wide. Lovely arm swing. Such great extension. He's able to get up and then he can see everything in front of him. Knows where the space is.
Ran Takahashi. That is some pipe from Potron.
Well, that's not bad, is it? For the 21-year-old, he's been brought in to do a job. He's got a chance. That's a lovely swing.
But Japan think he might have overstepped the mark. They're going to request an attack line fault. But also,
they've used their timeout, so quite a nice way just to
down a bit. Yeah.
For those of you thinking, well, hold on, they've only had one timeout. That's because they only get one timeout from 12 through to the end of the set now. They get one timeout from 0 to 11. If they don't use it, it's gone. And then it's 1 from 12 to whenever the end might be. And both coaches have used their timeouts. Both coaches have got enough. Not. Oh, he's done it! He has towed it! He has overstepped the mark. What a great spot by the Japanese bench.
Well, I'd be checking those glasses of Philippe Blaine for X-ray vision or something. How has he seen that from there? Any part of the toe on any part of the line. Right, 23-19. Surely Japan all but home and hose now. Ran Takahashi. On to Diaz, who again sends it so high. You're not going to find the floor against Japan with shots like that. Oh, Miura. Oh, mio, my Miura.
This is magnificent.
Match point for the perfect week. For their second 3-1 win to go with the 3-0s against Iran and Bulgaria. France started so well by taking the first set, but now it's Ran Takahashi, one of the stars of this immensely talented team, to take it home. Well, saw the glory, didn't he? Wanted to end it with an ace. Alas, it is a stay of execution for France. Kevin Tilly needing a miracle. Serves it long. The Nippon Gaishi Hall erupts. It's the perfect week for the home team. Japan, the perfect 4 from 4. And even with so much volleyball to play, they have got 1 foot in Gdansk. It is the perfect end to a brilliant 2 weeks here at the Nippon Gaishi Hall. And they faced their challenges as well. And one of those challenges was Andrea Gianni's France team. They took the first set. They put themselves in a great position in the second. But when Japan get it right, they are so entertaining. They are so brilliant. They are going to move forward into week 2 at the top of the tree in the Volleyball Nations League. Stick with us, we'll be getting some post-match reaction. Clayton Lucas is going to head courtside. But let's take another look at the moment the game was won. Kevin Tilly, the leader in this France group, had to go for it, had to send it. But a little error like that can't take the shine off the great week that he's had. It's been brilliant to see him on court, but it's been brilliant to see that French 6. Brilliant to see the depth that they've got as well. Kento Miura coming off the bench. I mean, how exciting to see him going to play in the Polish League next season with PSG star Nishida. But the game done and dusted. Nobody's left their seats either. Everybody in Japan wants to stick around to hear from this team who've beaten France 3-1, 25-27, 25-22, 25-21, 25-20. A comeback victory. 4 games, 12 sets won, only 2 sets lost. Some new stars announcing themselves on the global stage. As we take a look at the serve percentages for France. 77% in, 23% error rate. And when you're looking to apply service pressure, you just have to accept the errors. But look at that from Japan, 91% success. Less than 10% errors. I mean, that is absolutely brilliant. An exceptional performance, and it's their consistency and their quality that has taken them to the top. Great photo, great team, great week they've had, great 2 weeks we've had at the Nippon Gaishi Hall. Smiles and celebrations, but of course they will be packing a bag. Oh, look at that, holding up the 4s after 4 brilliant victories. Still 3 games to come from Ottawa. Make sure you stick with us to enjoy those. But then the Volleyball Nations League takes a day off tomorrow. As we look at the stats, 32 errors for France, 26 for Japan. Level on blocks, 6 each, 7 aces for Japan compared to France's 3, and 100 points to 90 over the 4 sets. Just see Clayton down there trying to rustle up an interview, so stick with us for that. Confirmation of the results from the final day. Slovenia 3, Iran 0, Serbia 3, Poland 0, Japan 3, France 1. As I said, still some games from Ottawa. Then we go back to the women's competition from Hong Kong and Brasilia. Then men's week 2 will be spread over Orléans in France and Rotterdam in Netherlands. To Europe. And the standings will be as follows. Japan, 4 games, 4 wins. USA still undefeated as well. Everyone else picking up at least 1 defeat. And Germany yet to pick up a victory. But as we go to Europe, I'm sure that will be forthcoming. But now it is time for an interview with the man of the moment. He came on late in the game, 10 points, 7 kills, 1 block, 2 aces. And he is with Clayton Lucas right now.
Miura, thank you very much for joining us. What does it mean to you and the team to have won all 4 matches here this week?
For us, this game is so important game because France team is so strong and high ranking. If we get win, we can get point. So for us, it was an important game.
Now, for you personally, you've come off the bench and you've helped the team to get the win. What does that mean to you to have done that, especially in front of a capacity crowd here?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to able to play good. Yeah.
You certainly played good. You played really well.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance. Now, there will be Japanese fans watching around the world who haven't been able to come here and watch. Would you like to say a few words to those fans in Japanese who are watching?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm happy to play front of a lot of Japanese fans. I want to say.
You can say it in Japanese.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. 今日は、たくさんの応援ありがとうございました。まあフランスラウンドでも厳しい戦いが続くので引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Dave. Brilliant.
Cheers, Clayton, and you are right. It was brilliant. Kento Miura, the man of the moment. He has done it in front of this crowd, and he is going to take his wares around the world, and we cannot wait to see where the game takes him and this Japanese team. That concludes a sensational 2 weeks of volleyball at the Nippon Gaishi Hall. Thank you for joining us in Nagoya, wherever you've been watching around the world. On to Ottawa, Hong Kong, Brasilia, Orléans, Rotterdam in the next few weeks. We can't wait to take you on the journey with us. But until we get to speak again, take care. Goodbye.
and we lose nothing. But we have possibility. No, quindi we start to have a rhythm inside out first.